are seeing here, this is like this shaft will rotate like that. So all these rotor blades will be having tendency to go in that direction. So because of that, the incoming flow, when it will enter in the remaining passage here, you can see the front line, the red line is my front line and the blue line is my backside line. So when the flow will enter, it is the gap, right? In this gap, these rotor blades are rotating. So at this point, when you will draw the velocity triangle, that velocity triangle only will look like, here you will be having C1, here you will be having W1, and rotor is going in this direction, right? I hope you guys are getting now, because rotor is moving like this with u velocity. Same thing will happen at the exit also. At the exit also you have, because after exit, I mean after passing through the rotor, the velocity will increase. So length of, oh I'm touching rubber, okay, yeah, so velocity length will increase. Let me use the color. The length of velocity will increase. It means it will be C2. But because it has come out from the passage, diverging passage, so your W2 will be less as compared to W1. Okay, and at the exit, because see, tip, leading edge and trailing edge, they both moves, right? So trailing edge will be having certain different U1 and leading edge will be having certain different U2. But we assume them that they are mounted on same diameter. So you remember U is equal to pi dn by 60 from our basic formula. So we assume that D is same for both. Diameter is same for both. That's why U1, U2 we consider same. Guys, are you getting my logic? What I'm trying to say? Okay. See, that's why the U1, U2 we consider same. Now next logic. This velocity triangle, if I will complete, then it will look like this, like U1, U2. And in this, you can see the flow is entering like this. So this gap is CA1 and this gap is CA2, and they both will be parallel to the axis of the shaft. I mean, shaft is like this, right?